What's up YouTube? This is Danny Draghi with a guide to maxing out your experience gains using Vigor. We're going to start off with what free players should concentrate on in order to gain the most from Vigor in a single day and work our way up to investors. First, a quick explanation is in order for newer players. Vigor is a mechanic in MIR4 where you gain 100% bonus experience for killing monsters while it is active. The easiest way to gain Vigor is to do work, such as mining ore, dark steel, meditating, or harvesting bushes. Every 10 seconds of doing these chores will grant you some useful materials and 10 seconds of Vigor. This begins to count down when you enter combat with monsters and stops counting down about 30 seconds after combat is finished. Another way to gain Vigor is by eating green Vigor pills for half an hour or blue Vigor pills for an hour. You can only gain a maximum of 3 hours of Vigor at a time from work, but you can gain an unlimited amount of time from pills. Remember that once a monster's level is 20 or more levels below your own, the benefit gained from Vigor begins to decrease dramatically. So if you're trying to complete some early game content you skipped, it may be better to do so without wasting the Vigor bonus. With that brief summary out of the way, let's put 24 hours out on the clock, please. Thank you. Now common sense would tell us to split the day into equal parts, with 12 hours of working and 12 hours of slaying. However, we can only gain 3 hours of Vigor at a time while we work, so it would seem like the best thing to do would be to work for 3 hours and then kill monsters for 3 hours. But we can actually increase the amount of time we are leveling up with a few tips and a sensible routine, and maybe even be able to sleep for longer than 3 hours. We'll use about an hour or less to clear our boss raid and raid tickets as soon as possible. This is the best time to use these tickets because you will quickly find a party and the party leaders will not be sleeping when it fills up. With 23 hours remaining, we should probably start gathering dark steel while everybody else is busy using their peak and square tickets. After about 3 hours of creating vinegar from our sweat, we can move on to killing the monsters. I'll usually try to buddy up with a friend and run some harder quests in a high level area for these 3 hours, and that leaves us with 17 hours left in the day. In order to help train Constitution, this is when I'll usually switch over to gathering and teleport around to the various gathering sites until I can find a blue or a red bush for the entire time. It will help to start at the highest level locations and work your way down. Don't be afraid to knock off a weaker player and take their bush, as they will not be able to kill you before your name turns white, and they'll probably go over to the next available bush right away. For the next 3 hours of grinding, I'll usually enter the magic square and use one ticket in the white or gold rooms and the other 2 remaining tickets in the experience or training chambers. Then I'll switch over to the peak and use one ticket to kill normal monsters and the other ticket to kill red monsters, as these drop different crystals needed for the vendors in the peak area. I will finish the last 30 minutes or so cleaning up any quests I missed or doing any requests I feel like. This leaves us with 11 hours left before reset. The next session of gaining Vigor can be split between mining ore and meditating for energy. You can do an hour and a half of each or alternate each day. It doesn't really matter with these two. And some days you can even go for more dark steel or herbs depending on what you need the most of on that particular day. By this time, with 8 hours left on the clock, you should have completed enough daily quests to unlock 5 more hours of Vigor from pills. I realize when you're a lower level you'll only get 4 hours, but once you get to level 45 or 50, I can't remember, you should start getting 5 every day. You should use these pills to pump that Vigor up to 8 hours and drink an experience potion if you have one. This is when I will usually do my repeatable daily missions in the snake area for rare platinum and steel. A good strategy, if you're worried about dying, is to start at the hardest areas of the abandoned mine's second floor and work your way up to the easier monsters. This will grant you less experience overall, but you'll save on copper by using less potions. Once you finish your daily run, your character will stay fighting in the final area for the remaining hours until reset, and you can do it all over again. Of course, you don't have to follow this guide to the letter, as you may not want to work for 9 hours a day. Keep in mind that for every hour you subtract from working, you must provide 2 hours of Vigor pills. One for the hour that it would have taken to gather the Vigor, and another for the hour it would have provided. So for example, if you wanted to do 2 8-hour grinding sessions in one day, in order to subtract 5 hours from your working time, you would require 10 additional hours of Vigor pills. Next, we need to talk about working bonuses, as these will increase the amount of work you can do and make gaining Vigor faster. This means that less time will be spent maxing out that Vigor bonus than grinding experience. You will have to use additional Vigor pills or work for more time each day in order to compensate. A 10% boost would give you 9 hours of Vigor in only 8.1 hours, so you would need an extra pill or 30 minutes more of work. A 20% boost will give you 9 hours of Vigor in 7.2 hours, so you will need about 2 extra pills or 1 extra hour of work per day. A 30% boost will give you 9 hours of Vigor in 6.3 hours, so you'll need about 3 extra pills or an hour and a half of work extra each day. One way to gain additional pills is to purchase the Step Up package in the shop. There are a total of 3 for a cost of 60,000 copper, and you'll gain an additional 1.5 hours of Vigor, which is like saving you 45 minutes of work. I typically use these when I don't have enough Vigor to finish the last quest or 2 in an area. It is possible to craft a 1-hour Vigor pill with 20 rare herbs, 20 shrooms, 20 roots, 50 life elixir, and 5,000 energy at the NPC in town, but it is a ripoff in my opinion. You can buy 30-minute pills from the clan shop for 2,500 clan coins, or a 1-hour pill for 4,000 coins if your clan market has a high enough level. You can purchase up to 10 extra Vigor pills each day in the shop for 120 gold each. You can purchase up to 2 hours of pills each day for 300 mileage each. If you subscribe to the $10 daily Vigor pack, you'll receive a total of 31 hours of extra Vigor pills spread out across 14 days, as well as the gold you get each day. If you combine this with the daily gold pack, you could then use the extra gold and mileage for a total of about 14 extra hours of Vigor each day. You can get additional Vigor from the smallest step-up packages in this order: 99 cents for 30 minutes, 99 cents for 1 hour, $2.99 for 1 hour, $2.99 for 1 hour, and $4.99 for 2 hours. So in order to gain 24 hours of Vigor without using any clan coins or doing any work, it would cost about an average of $20 per day. There's also a $30 pack for an additional 10 hours of Vigor that can be purchased twice a week, and a $50 monthly pack with 20 additional hours, although the gold and cordials gained from this packs are probably worth more than the Vigor itself. It is important to note that when mining dark steel, you will take longer to gain Vigor, as you will have to deal with interruptions from bots and people trying to kill you for your mine, especially if you plan on mining dark steel for more than 3 hours a day. While this will get you more dark steel, it is the least efficient way to build Vigor for this reason, and will also put your crafting and constitution upgrades farther behind. You can also gain bonus Vigor from the free and paid battle pass, as well as a few main story quest missions. I hope you found this guide to Vigor helpful in your quest to gain power, but remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Peace.